Okay, I have confirmation here. We're getting into Zoun versus uThermal, and it looks like we're getting into, yeah, we're getting into game 2. We're getting into game 2 here. It has finally happened. Now, uThermal, he is not, as a reminder, he is not playing random. He has chosen to embrace the Protoss. Let's go, let's go. The final series of the group is spawning in the... Oh. Where are we? As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner here of Tokamak, we have the... I'm trying to set this up. We have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the Red Protoss representing Team Vitality, leading the series 1-0. It is Zoun. So I'm just trying to set things up. Team Vitality. Okay, and spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player. We have the player from the Netherlands. It is uThermal. Here we go. AKA remarkable. Let's go. As we're jumping in mid-series now, I believe game 1, uThermal, he was Terran. Alas, Zoun did claim game 1, did take him down, and here in game 2, uThermal, he has chosen to play Protoss. So he is picking Protoss for game 2. Vamonos, papi, vamonos. And again, if you missed out on what we were saying previously, uThermal, he did say that he was practicing a lot of Protoss in preparation for HomeStory Cup, and he said that he would play Protoss if he lost a game with his Terran. And he did lose a game, with his Terran, so now he's here to embrace the Protoss. Let's go, let's go. So far, 2 gate. So, sorry, my apologies. Gate Cyber Expand, a greedy build here by uThermal. He's asking to be all in. Uh-oh. Can uThermal do his best Max Pax impression? I'm concerned. So, 2 gate opener out of Zoun. Zoun going for a standard opener. Again, uThermal, he is skipping his second gateway, going for a faster Cybercore into what should be, going for a Cybercore into what should be a faster expansion or faster tech. Zal pops out. Sentry opener out of uThermal. And ideally, uThermal wants to expand, but that's what the probe is here for, to block. To delay. Oh, it does get the pylon. And uThermal, he's gonna have to run some tech. He has to tech up instead. He didn't want to. He's banking up minerals. Banking up resources. So a shaky start here for uThermal. As the pylon does finish. Probe goes down. uThermal, he can now expand. But again, like, there's nothing else behind this here. So just really greedy, really economic play here by uThermal. And we'll see if he can survive the aggression, because we can see 2 Stalkers and a third and fourth Stalker moving out as well. uThermal, he's in danger. He may just be overwhelmed here and now. It's going to be a tight defense here for uThermal, as Stalkers have arrived. uThermal trying to hold his own. Shield batteries on the way. Again, Zoun is just rallying more Stalkers. Going for the sentries themselves. Zoun has to be careful of those force fields. Oh! Almost. Gasito. Gasito. Blue Station Scout is denied. Shield battery's almost done. Can Zoun catch out one of those sentries? He's going for it. Yeah, he's going for the dive. He gets one. Gets one. Can he get 2? He cannot. Shield battery is done just in time. Just barely. Stalkers, they try to pull away. Once again, rotating over. Very nice control here by Zoun. He doesn't lose anything. Oh my god. Doesn't lose a single Stalker. Ooh, I spoke too soon, as we do see 1 Stalker going down for 2 sentries. 2 Stalkers even. What should... Jesus, oh my god. The efficiency here. So it was 2 Stalkers for 3 sentries. Better trades for Zoun. Behind this, we do see uThermal getting into his own immortal production. Robo is done. Zoun back at home is expanding. So Zoun, he's slightly behind when it comes to workers, but he is soon to catch up. Working towards Blink, going for a more active style. From here, I would imagine, yeah, Twilight Council's on the way. This can turn into a 2-base all-in. This is looking very similar to, actually, a Hydra. A Hydra who's going for a lot of immortal openers into Glaives, into Immortal Glaive, into 2-base all-in. We saw this a lot at Hydra earlier, and uThermal, it looks quite similar. Does look similar. Gateway's going to be thrown down. Twilight Council's done. Going into Blink, not into Glaives. Okay, let's go. I'm still very committed on 2 bases. Hallucination does scouts. Does keep eyes on uThermal. He's gone over to the dark side. Who hasn't gone over to the dark side? Like, Clem's been playing Protoss, Cyril's been playing Protoss, Rainer's been playing Protoss. Ah, no. Dark, he was playing Protoss before he retired. True. True. Maru played Protoss in GSL last season. Yeah, true. He played Protoss against Gumiho. Not wrong. uThermal, he's just like everyone else. Ah, no. Este uThermal. Who's still pure? Bjorn. Bjorn is still pure. And Cure. Keep them pure, Pappy. Keep them pure. Ah, no. Don't let them lose their smile. As from here, we do see Zoun cutting corners. This is quite greedy, actually. So Zoun, instead of typically going from Blink into Charge into Immortal Production, is going Blink into Disruptors. He's just rushing into Disruptors instead. The Bay is on the way. So Zoun is skipping tech. Bold move. Oh, catching the Prism. Yeah, Prism goes down. Nice pick off here from Zoun. Very nice pick off. At the same time, it upside do shading towards the natural. They force a recall. Nice fake out of Zoun. And you can see Disruptors are amassing. As we mentioned, like Zoun, he's been intentionally skipping tech here. He's been being greedy back at home tech-wise, rushing into Disruptors. And he's almost there. He's almost there. Just skipping Archons, delaying Charge, skipping Immortals. Oh, meanwhile, can uThermal punish? He's moving out. Now's the time. Now is the time to punish. As he is being active. Never goes off. Oof, does connect. Going for the initial Immortal. Yeah, Immortal goes down. Never once again zoning back the army. I mean, uThermal does have the greater concave here. And can he punish Zoun for rushing into these Disruptors? Nerves have been okay. The boys are being pulled. They're diving the Immortal. The Immortal does go down. Nice pick off here from Zoun. So far, nice pick up. But again, uThermal, he can still overwhelm. He's still up in Stalkers, 22-14. Dives in, takes down the Disruptor, massive pick off in uThermal. He's doing it. He's doing it. He's breaking through. We spoke about the greed of Zoun. It's still so close. Zoun, he's holding. Oh my god. Does force back uThermal. Unfortunately, reinforcements are delayed. They're very delayed here for uThermal. Again, he has no Prism, he has no Proxy Gateway. uThermal is so close to punishing these Disruptors. And does deny the expansion, not bad. Oh, that's a kill! Oh my god. That's a kill, not a cancel. Happy. uThermal. He's popping up. He's trading well. He's trading well for himself. Again, it's only 2 Disruptors as well. Zoun, he stopped Disruptor production. He has stopped. And uThermal massing up more disruptors. Third disruptor, sorry, Zoun, I mean. Third disruptor's on the way. But again, because of this fast tech from Zoun, he is still vulnerable, and uThermal can still break him. Still try to break him. Looking for a way in. Zoun, he does sneak out with some zealots. And uThermal still up 10 stalkers. Force warping defensively. uThermal is he's turning back around. Zoun is just buying time. Third disruptor has now arrived. Trying to catch him out. A little bit trigger happy there. Zoun, they're all on cooldown. Force a recall. uThermal takes down the first shield battery. Can take the fight. Takes down the disruptor as well. uThermal trying to commit. Doesn't have the large stalker advantage that he once had. Yeah, pushing into a concave. Has to back up. Nerves are available. Doesn't quite connect. And a clutch fight, but Zoun does take it. Does take it. Does punish. Catching up more stalkers. And uThermal, he had Zoun on the ropes for quite some time. Not anymore. Not anymore. Zoun, he breaks out. He establishes his fourth base. Throwing down more gateways. And he's holding his own. He's holding his own here. He's stabilizing. Zoun catches another stalker. Let's catch another. Diving on the stalkers. Yeah, a good chunk of them go down. Nova goes off. Brutal connection. Ay, ay, ay. Novas do connect. And Zoun is just snowballing out of control again. He was up against the wall earlier, but Zoun, he breaks through. Zealots in towards the fourth base. Main army towards the third. Still has Novas behind this. And uThermal, he was holding his own. It was impressive, but alas, is being overwhelmed. Another Nova connects. And with that, Zoun is looking to claim the series. They're going to go through undefeated, I believe. GG gets called, and Zoun, he will take the series 2-0, taking down uThermal. GG. Whew. GG, well played, Zoun. He will claim the series. I mean, again, he does come in as the heavy favorite for the group, but uThermal, he was able to hold his own. And even here in this PvP, I want to say that in the time where Zoun was trying to, before he took his fourth base, when he was trying to build up those disruptors, he was down over 10 stalkers, by the way. He was down over 10 stalkers. The Novas were not connecting, and uThermal, he was out trading his opponents. But the defense advantage, you know, that we had shield batteries, we had the defensive arc, we had faster reinforcements. Honestly, I feel like if uThermal had a prism or had a reinforcing pylon, I think he might have just won then and there. Like, unfortunately, uThermal just took so long to reinforce his army because he was warping in back at home and running all the way across the map, so it took even longer to reinforce and to break through, and Zoun eventually bought enough time to hold, to stabilize. GG. GG, well played, congratulations. Zoun, he will claim it, but a shout out to uThermal because he did not look bad at all with this Protoss. Impressive. Impressive stuff, impressive play. With that, GG, and now we can have a look at our final standings. Exclamation mark B. Let's catch up. Let us catch up here. Again, in the end, we have Zoun. Zoun takes down uThermal 2-0. Hydra takes down Moja 2-1. And Geralt vs. Laser, that is still mid-series. That's happening over on the main stream. That is still ongoing. Still ongoing here, but I believe that will finalize the results. That tells me that Zoun is going to be coming out in first place and uThermal will come out in second place. Mathematically, it's not possible for Geralt or Laser to actually make it out of the group, so we have Zoun and uThermal advancing on. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations here to Zoun and uThermal, and a shout out to Geralt, Laser, Hydra, and Moja for competing, for taking part. Again, this format is brutal. To have a group of 6 and to only have 2 players make it through, a very brutal format. Regardless, GG. GG, well played. And again, if you want to see the tail end of a Laser versus Geralt, then check out the main stream over on Take TV. as I think they're just now wrapping up. Or I think they might be going to the Ace match even. But yes, that's over on Take TV. Meanwhile, we are getting ready for our next match. Oh, it's actually being casted by Holy Hits and by Fiant. Ah, let's go. And by Lambo. Actually, we can have a look. We can peek in. Holy Hit is on the left. Fiant is here. Fiant is in between Lambo and Holy Hits, and of course Lambo on the right. Let's go. They got a Protoss and 2 Zergs to tune in. But when it comes to what comes next on the channel, Group D, we're only halfway through. We're only halfway through the broadcast. Up next is going to be Group D. We have Gabe. We have Big Gabe himself. We got Hearthstone. We got SOS. We got Kellizer, Diego. We got Sebestis. And we got Chino as well. We got 3 Protoss, 2 Terran, and 1 Zerg. And this is going to be a harder one to call. I'll be honest. Coming into this, Gabe is the #1 seed. 100%. He's the #1 seed of the event. Oh, looks like they have an interview. Oh, they're interviewing Zoun. Oh. That's Percival. Oh, Percival's translating. Oh, sorry, not Percival. Lunacy. Lunacy's translating. Let's go. Lunacy. Oh my god. I said Percival. Percival also has a lot of hair, but so does Lunacy. But Lunacy's on the left, and Zoun is right next to him. So they're gonna be interviewing Zoun on the main stream. Let's go. Ah, he's so happy. Ah, Esther Zoun. They're like, mate, what did you think about uThermal playing Protoss? Is he crazy? He's like, mate, uThermal, his Protoss is better than his Terran. It's Protoss. Gosu, baby, Gosu. Ah, true.
처음에 올 때
어?
랜덤으로 할 줄 알았어요. 근데 첫 판을 테란으로 해줘가지고 일단은 거기서 감사함을 느꼈고, 두 번째 판에 테란을 토스를 하는 거 있어서 약간 무서웠어요.
I expected he would play the random player, so he was very grateful he chose the Terran at the first match, and a little bit afraid he chose the Protoss in the second match.
Okay, well, I also wanted to ask, because this was talked about a lot, so I want to hear your opinion on it. What do you think the balance is right now in TVP? This has been a hot topic on the couch, so I want to ask for him. Do you think it's good for Protoss? Do you think it's even? Do you think Terran is good, or?
지금 굉장히 핫한 주제인데, 태프전 밸런스에 대해서 어느 종족이 더 유리하다고 생각하는지, 아니면 또 어떻게 특별히 생각하는 게 있는지.
저는 그렇게 생각해요. 결국에 사우디 월드컵 올라간 사람들 보면은 그냥 잘하는 선수 순서대로 갔어요. 종족에 상관없이. 그래서 잘하는 사람이 잘하는 거다라고 생각을 합니다.
You guys see the esports EWC, the advanced sir, they are all the good players. It doesn't matter about the race.
Okay.
Just the good players play good plays.
Okay, that's really, yeah.
Strong
I agree
statement.
with that. I think usually in StarCraft, always the better players end up winning. Holy, do you have any questions for Zoun?
Were you impressed with uThermal's Protoss at all? Like, how good did you think uThermal's Protoss was? Were you less scared during the game? How impressed? How good did you think uThermal's Protoss was?
Did you think uThermal's Protoss was very good? Because uThermal was winning at some point. And uThermal usually is known as a random player. So does he think uThermal played very well? Or did he just play okay and just get a little lucky maybe in the early game?
유서말이 처음에 토스를 했을 때 어떻게 느꼈는지, 잘한다고 느꼈는지.
유서멀 선수가 이거 약간 무시를 하긴 했는데 생각보다 잘하더라고요. 그래가지고 좀 당황스럽기도 했고, 이거 혹시 지나 했는데 그래도 이겨서 다행인 것 같아요.
Whose microphone? Mine? Yeah. Yusama was very. For first time, he didn't really think his Protoss is good enough, but during the match, he think, I think I might be lost of this game.
Yeah, he was actually losing.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last question from me personally. When you see the other groups, you play against one of the second place finishers. Who do you want to play?
지금 조를 보면은 진출자 중에 2위 진출자들 중 한 명을 만나게 되는데 지금 누구를 가장 만나고 싶은지.
만나고 싶은 선수보다 만나고 싶지 않은 선수가 있는데 그게 람보입니다.
He don't there's no he want to play with, but he only he have he doesn't want to play with. That's the Lambo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still want to play against you because you gave me Cyril in Bulgaria. You remember? Stara Zagora. I play Cyril. I want to play you. So now it's time, I think, for our match. I think it's time. Okay. Thank you very much, Zoun. And thank you as well, Lunacy, for
Thank
the interview.
you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Let's
That
go.
was very nice.
Yeah.
So I do apologize for the volume being really low, but the volume is just really low on the clean feed, so I do apologize. But yes, they did have an interview. Initially, they asked Zoun, "Hey, what do you think about playing against uThermal?" And Zoun, he was saying that he initially was scared that uThermal was going to play random, but he was grateful that uThermal played Terran. He was like, "Thank God." And then, of course, you heard them ask him about uThermal's Protoss. Zoun, he explained that yeah, he initially didn't think that uThermal's Protoss was very good. Like, he wasn't really thinking much of it. But in that game, like, he was losing. Like, Zoun, he was straight up losing at certain points in that game. uThermal was ahead, so he was terrified, and uThermal has earned his respect when it comes to his Protoss, I should say. So and with ours as well, as we were pointing out, as we were saying, like, uThermal, he was popping off with his Protoss, looking terrifying with it. So he was, of course, explaining that. At the end, he was asked, like, who he wants to play in the playoffs, and Lambert was challenging him because they miss each other at Star Zagora. And yeah, shout out to Lunacy. Lunacy, of course, is a Korean Protoss player. He's also there at HomeStory Cup, and he was able to translate. He's got some decent English, so he was translating for Zoun. So much love, much love. With that, though, we're going to be wrapping up Group C, and again, we now can indulge in Group D. So Group D is going to be coming up next. We were just about to get into it, but we have Gabe. Gabe is going to be the #1 seed of the tournament. Oh, sorry, #1 seed of the group, I should say. Is going to be the heavy favorite, followed by Harsum, SOS, Diego, Sebestis, and Shino. I'll be honest, I have a really hard time placing Harsum and SOS right now. SOS has been practicing, he has been improving, so has Harsum. So I think it's going to be quite an intense matchup between the two of them. I think it's going to be quite close. If Diego was in his prime, I would say that Diego could also threaten them as well. But for those who are curious, Kelzer, he has been like semi-retired for quite some time. Like Kelzer, he only plays in the regionals, so we saw him recently play in the EWC Americas qualifiers. He was looking decent, but again, like, even during the qualifier, he himself admitted, like, he hasn't really been playing much. He's only just been practicing in preparation for EWC, so this is like a more out of practice Kelzer than usual. So he's a little bit out of practice, so it's hard to say the skill level of Kelzer compared to SOS and Harsum at the moment. Sebestis, he's been on that grind. He's a young up-and-comer, of course. It's going to be exciting to see Sebestis. And Shino, I could be mistaken, but I believe this is Shino's first HomeStory Cup. If you're out there, if you can fact-check, I'd appreciate it if maybe he played like in a previous HomeStory Cup at some point. But from my recollection, I think it's his first time. If so, exciting to see Shino here for the first time, and we'll see how he's able to compare and compete, and we'll see if he can put on a good show against some of these other players. Again, Shino and Sebestis are going to be more of the dark horses here, but there's potential. There for sure is potential for them to excel. So again, that's going to be scheduled to begin in an hour. Basically, right now we are waiting for the final match to finish. Bam, you can see here, Geralt and Laser, they're currently in the ace match. They're currently in game 3. They're currently mid-series, so we're waiting for that to finish. And the way that HomeStory Cup works is that they have a limited amount of PCs in the player booths, of course. So when one group finishes, the players, they pack up, they get their peripherals, you know, they log out, they pack up, they leave, and then they rotate with the next group. So because of that, there's going to be a break in between where these players, Gabe, Harsum, SOS, Kelzer, Sebestis, Shino, they have to go into the booths, they have to wait for the players to finish, to wrap up, to leave, and then they can start setting up. So it takes a while for them to get their settings sorted, to make sure they're warmed up, of course, and to get everything ready. So there is going to be an extended break in between groups. just as a heads up. So so yes, Group C is wrapping up, and we will soon get into Group D. During this interim, I believe that's when players are getting food. I believe there's going to be like lunch served, and they're going to get some food, and there might be some content as well, some content out of just StarCraft. Yesterday we did have like a magic show. We had Rico. He showed up, the magician, and he was doing some magic tricks with Dennis and with Magnath. Yesterday we also had Gabe. Gabe, he was making pasta, and Gabe, he did tell us that he is going to be making pizza today. So probably after his games, or maybe in between his games, Gabe, he's going to be making some pizza. The players also, they've also been drinking, of course. Like that's another X factor with HomeStory Cup, is some of them are going to be a little bit under the influence while competing, while playing, and that might also be an X factor in regards to how well or how poorly some of these players perform. We'll see. So yeah, exciting times, exciting stuff, exciting times. Again, check out the main stream for the final series, and again, they should be having some like more like player interviews and some other content as well, I'm sure. That's something in store for us. Otherwise, we'll see you guys soon. We'll see you guys soon after the extended break.